Hello, I'm just back from a jog and I'm all excited because, not because my heart rate is up from running up hills. I've decided I have to do a bit of hill work. I have to do a bit of speed work as well because I keep getting slower. But I also am excited because um, I have news that I am going to write a new book. So I'm all excited about that because this is a book. I've written two novels today, two novels, and then a children's illustrated little storybook. But uh, I had a book in mind, a new book in mind, a few years after writing the second one. And I thought, no, that's too difficult. And it's a kind of a grueling book because a lot goes into writing. And it's kind of some of the ideas you come up with, you kind of go, oh, that's emotionally too grueling for me. And, some books are just difficult to hold together. My first novel was more difficult than my second one. So um, my first was in 2021, and then I think the next one was in the next year, I think. But this one, um, I haven't started it yet, but I have decided that I'm ready to start it. So there might be a little period before doing it where I have to do a lot of reading around it and everything first. I don't know, but I seem to be using bits of paper for drawing out plot plans and things on the way I would if I was about to start. So that's exciting. And then the other thing, which I will stick it in the title, that this is about, it's not just about me telling you about starting this new novel, because I don't think that would be that fascinating for you, really. Even if you were a professional writer or somebody who writes a bit or somebody who's thinking about maybe wanting to be a professional writer. Um, I think the bit that's going to be interesting is the next bit, because the next bit, and I'll put it in the title as well, is about getting grants for being a writer. And really, we're talking about being a professional writer here, because I don't mean that in a snobbish way. I mean that there's a period when you're writing and you're loving writing and everything. You're really wanting to do it and you're writing, but you're not yet a professional writer. Okay. And that's, usually how it goes. Like, you're not just the minute you say, I'm going to write now, you are then a professional writer. Being a professional writer quite often involves having some kind of standing um, within a writing community and track record, or some kind of acceptance of your role as professional writer. Okay. So the reason things go in that order is because it's like anything creative. You need time to get good at it and to see if it's for you. And it's one of those things, being a writer, it's kind of a vocational, creative thing. A lot of creative professions are like that, aren't they? And, in that sense, there's no distinction between a professional and a hobbyist, because a hobbyist could be really passionate about what they do, but they're not really recognized as having a professional status. And in a profession, typically you get paid, don't you? You either get paid for what you produce, or you get paid by somebody else to produce it. So when I'm talking now in this next bit about grants, if you're somebody that likes writing, this will be something that will be of interest to you no matter what stage you're at. If you're thinking maybe I might like to be a professional writer at some stage in the future. And if you're a professional writer now, you might know about this already, or you might not. I don't know. So I'll tell you. And there are grants available to all kinds of creatives. So um, I actually got a grant, and I earned a living off that grant for some years. And the grant was a grant that was given to me by the Irish government, basically. It was a kind of a department of the government that was responsible for cultural matters as well as a few other departments, because Ireland's a teeny country. So I think they were fisheries or something as well, and sport, you know. So it was kind of a weird mix in that department. But I got a grant from them for my art practice, for producing art uh, during the period that they were paying me for. So what had happened was I heard about the grant from somebody and got it. And it was based on uh, your record of what you had already produced. So I had, by the time I got the grant, I had a couple of novels under my belt, and I had a track record as a professional artist, because I had been a professional artist before. And this that's not as relevant to this discussion, because this discussion is about writers, but the grant system works the same really for artists and writers. And funny enough, this one was kind of a crossover one, where it was for fine art as such, and writing both counted. So all my artistic endeavors were covered by the grant that I got. And it was great because it was a living wage for a period of 3 years. And it wasn't like a stingy little pittance or anything. It was a regularly paid in monthly paycheck, basically, from the government for doing this art stuff based on stuff that I'd done already. You're not at that stage of your career, that's all. So you need to know about the next stage, and grants can be an invaluable tool for artists, because we're like everybody else, we can't survive without food and shelter, food, water, and shelter, you know, are first on the hierarchy of needs, like Maslow says, aren't they? So, um, once you have those, then you have the freedom to be creative. But it's really hard to be creative if you're just stressed out, worrying where you're going to get money from all the time, or if you have a job that leaves you so exhausted that you either don't have mental energy or you don't have physical energy for writing. Whatever it is you're going to write, or for whatever your other creative practice is. So basically, to get a grant, you have to have a body of work behind you, a track record, as it were, and a proposal. And then you go and you look up online grants, writing, or whatever your creative practice is, and name your country, and it'll all come up for you, and you can apply for grants. So do not despair if you want to be a professional writer or professional artist, and not starve. There is a way.